Do I have a story time for you guys? Yes. So I know this video is late for my upload, but let me tell you, this week has been I've been through the most this week, the most. So I will tell you guys everything that went down because it was insane, but I can't tell you guys right now because it could negatively affect the people that are going through it right now. But in any case, I'll explain everything real soon. But yeah, sorry if I've been somewhat MIA. It's been crazy. Anyway, I'm here today with just some coffee and some scones. I made these yesterday, so I'm just having one of these while I wait for Martha to make my actual breakfast. Princess vibes. But yeah, I had a story time for you. We currently have load shedding and I just kind of figured why not. So I'm going to share the story time with you, and I have to say first, if you haven't watched my previous one about me lying about my race to get a boy, go and watch that one first because this one somehow weirdly connects with that one. But in any case, that was good. Anyway, so this happened a few years after the previous incident. So not exactly related at all. But basically what happened was I was waitressing during my matric year, and I had a friend named Sammy. Sammy messaged me and said, do I want to join them that one evening, and they're like going to chill and whatever, and I'm like, sure, it sounds good. So they came and picked me up from work when I was done. I think my shift ended quite early that night, but in any case, they picked me up and they're like, no, we're going to chill at her boyfriend's friend's house or something like that, and I'm like, oh, it's all cool, whatever, you know. And literally, y'all won't believe which house we pull up to. So now if you've heard the previous story, you will know that when I met those guys from the previous story, they were standing outside this house not far from where I stayed, and it was one of the boys' houses at the time. We literally pull up to that exact house. So I'm like, oh my word, like I hope it's not these same boys because that's going to be hella awkward. Anyway, we go inside, it's not the same boys. So it turns out the people that owned this house was like old couple, like the grandparents, and like the boy that was there this time and one of the previous boys are like somehow connected to them as their grandparents, and the others were like family or family friends or something. But in any case, those specific boys were not there this night. A different boy was, one that I hadn't met before. So he is really good looking. He was a nice guy, and we chilling, and my friend and her boyfriend, and I think there were some other people there, and this guy and me. Let's call him Ronaldo. So we're chilling and we're chatting and everything, and my friend and her boyfriend are heavy making out. So we're just like, this is awkward. So he's like let me show you around the house and what. So we end up leaving them and like walking around, and he's showing me everything. And we're chatting and we're getting along like a house on fire. Now let's be clear, this time I made it very clear about who I am and what I am and what my race is and everything. And he had no problem with it at all. So it's not that type of story. Anyway, so then he takes me to show me his room, and I should have known already. The amount of red flags, like I should have known. But in any case, we're looking at the posters on his walls and like weird things and what. Anyway, something happens in this time with my friend and her boyfriend. I don't know what went down, and she comes and she's like, come, we're leaving, we're going, what. And I'm like, okay, whatever, and we left that night. I don't even remember if they dropped me at home or what happened or how I got home. Anyway, so obviously I took this guy's number and we were chatting. I think we chatted for like 2 weeks, and then we were like, okay, things are clearly getting kind of serious. And so we made it like somewhat official, I believe. I feel like I blocked a lot out, but I feel like we were like official, you know. He would come to my work when I was working there and come see me and everything like that. And I was like very low maintenance at the time, so I was just kind of like, I'll see you when I see you, and you know, we don't have to see each other every single day. Like, you have your friends, I have my friends, you know, when we're together, we're together. Anyway, fast forward 2 weeks after we became official. So now it's been like a month of knowing each other, 2 weeks of being like serious and all of that. And one of the guys that I worked with, Johan, if you're seeing this, much love. I hope everything is going really well for you. We decide we're gonna go further, like go and chill somewhere else, because usually we would chill at the bar by our work, but we just weren't vibing with that. So the area where I stayed, there's like a river, and the kids always used to go and like chill on the side of the river with the cars, playing music, you know, having drinks, what. It was like one of the spots. I don't know if it still is. Anyway, so then we called it the Spreekie. And so then me and Johanna like, let's go see what's happening, because he said he had some friends that are chilling there, like we can go there. So I'm like, cool, let's go. Like, I'm not into anything like serious, like let's just go chill, you know. Anyway, it's just me and Johanna in the car, and we literally pull up there, and guess who I see? I literally, like, the place was like packed, right? But I literally see Ronaldo standing there making out with another girl. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, instant turn off, like, we're done. Like, so Johanna's still like really sweet, and he's like, Shame, like, do you want us to leave? Must we go somewhere else? I'm like, oh hell no. We are going to chill here. You think I care? No, let's go. I'm show you what I do. Anyway, so one thing about me, like, no man gonna get me turned, like, Anyway, so I'm like, let's get out of here. Let's go to your friends. And we get out the car. I look at Ronaldo dead in his face, and I'm like, like, you know, to say, oh really? Okay, cool. Walk straight past him, like I swear I was like looking at this guy in the face to make sure he knew that I was there and I saw what was going down. And he let go of this girl the moment he saw me, but I was just like, it's late, you know. Anyway, so we walk straight past him to like Johan's friends. They were like 3 guys standing, really nice, decent guys. And we're standing and we're chatting, and I'm like livid. Like, I'm standing there and I'm just like, this guy, like, I don't like to be screwed over like that, like, you know. So I'm telling them what's going down, and they're like, oh my word, that's so bad, and what. I'm like, no, it's fine. It's like clearly over. So we're standing there and we're chatting, and I'm really enjoying my time with these guys. They're very nice, very sweet guys. And I'm start getting cold, because I literally came from work. I still had like my work uniform on, like short sleeve shirts and like jeans and stuff. And the one guy like takes his jacket off and he puts it around me, and I'm like, oh, thank you, you know, sweet, innocent, nothing to come of it, right? So I'm standing there, like, you know, and we're chatting, because we're standing literally on the side of the river. Won't this asshole leave the girl he's with and come to me and say, if you need a jacket, like, you can use mine? And I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, how about you just leave me the hell alone? I want nothing to do with you. And he was like, what did I do and stuff? And I'm like, seriously, like, you're gonna play victim right now. Anyway, those guys were like really big guys, so they were like, listen, I think it's better if you just leave, and you know, and stuff. And then he like got upset and left. I was like, anyway, that's clearly over, whatever, right? Thinking this guy's gonna move on, leave me alone. No. So I think a few days later, like, clearly I blocked his number and everything, because like, when I'm done with you, I'm done with you. Like, don't even try and get back in my good graces. There's no way. So a few days later, I'm working like the late shift at work, and afterwards, like, we decided we're gonna have a few drinks at the bar where I worked and everything, like on the other side after our shift. So we're chilling there, we're having a few drinks, and I didn't even notice that this guy was there. Like, I had blocked him out completely. And I just see one of the barmen bring me a drink over, and they're like, no, it's from that guy. and I look over and I see it's him, and I'm like, no thank you. And I like push it to my friend. I'm like, you can have this, or like get rid of it, because I knew the vomits, I knew there wasn't anything sus going on. So I was like, you can have this or give it back. It's like, tell him I don't want it. And so yeah, I ignored him. This literally went on for, I swear, like 3 months. This guy would come there, try to talk to me. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you, leave me alone. He would try and pursue me constantly after that. Eventually he gave up. But I mean, it was insane. He did not stop. I was just like, the audacity of this guy to like really think that I was going to give him any sort of a time of day after what happened, thinking it was just fine. Like, that guy to me had the most audacity out of anyone I've probably met in my entire life. And yeah, it was really crazy, but the circumstances were pretty crazy too. But that's basically what happened with Ronaldo. It was short, it was not sweet, but it was kind of insane. And I feel like, I don't know, I think it was crazy times, and I don't know what people are doing now. They date now. I'm so glad I'm settled, but yeah, look after yourselves, be safe, don't accept drinks from anybody that you don't know or don't trust. Like, that's the main thing. But yeah, if there's anything to learn from this, is like, don't turn back and cry and be upset in situations like that. Like, turn your bad bitch on and just let them know where they stand with you, you know? Stand your ground, be you, and don't let anybody like run your life. But in any case, that's about it for this story time. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and let me know if you want more of my really crazy rebellious teenage days stories. There are quite a few. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.